there, my name is Michael and I'm here to rank the 100 greatest anime of all time. I don't want to take up too much time here, but I do want to talk a little about this list. This list will only go over anime series, be it a web series, an OVA, or a serialized run. As long as it's a show and not a movie, it's eligible for this list. There won't be any hard rule against multiple titles from the same director or studio. As long as it's good, it's eligible. This list will encompass all of anime. It won't have a bias to any specific genre or era of anime. So it won't be chock full of just shonen titles or have classics pushed to the top just because they're classics and I felt obligated. Each of these videos will be a review of an anime, and at the end of the review I will give my current My Anime List rating. I'll answer whether or not the anime is a contender to be on the list, and if so, where on that list the anime currently ranks. Now, just a little bit about me. Not only have I been an anime fan since the late 90s, I have also studied anime history and film history, have seen hundreds of movies, read countless books and comics, have taken whole writing courses, and even write my own comic books. All that is just to say that I'm at least somewhat qualified to have a critical eye as to what are truly the greatest anime of all time, from story to character to animation. Now, let's make my definitive top 100 anime of all time list. Ping Pong the animation was released in 2014 by Tatsunoko Production and was directed by Masaki Yuasa, a singular visionary director who has had such creative works as Mind Game, The Tatami Galaxy, Devilman Crybaby, and that one episode of Adventure Time that's burned into your subconscious.
To a plant, a day is short.
This experimental anime forgoes any conventional framing or on-model reasonability whatsoever, instead choosing to place emphasis on the emotionality of the scene. It doesn't hold your hand when it comes to the sport itself. It refuses to slow down any moment of the game to explain the technicalities of it, what's happening during a match, or even how the game itself works. Instead, it poses the argument that what's more important is how each character is feeling during those matches, even going as far as using abstract imagery to showcase how a player views their opponent, in much the same way that the production refuses to be beholden to any technical constraints. Ping Pong is a story about a group of kids obsessed with the competitive world of ping pong and the all-consuming dedication it takes to succeed in the sport. It dives into the nature of what it means to succeed and the fact that you absolutely have to do it for yourself, otherwise you will not be all in. But it also toys with the debate of whether you can get by on raw talent, or if you can only succeed if you work yourself to the bone. Or rather, is raw talent a factor at all, or is it solely the hard work that makes you talented to begin with? How far are you willing to go to become the best at what you do? After all, blood tastes like iron. At its core, Ping Pong is the story of two boys, childhood friends, whose friendship stretches and contracts over the course of the series. It's about how each of them come to the sport and life as a whole with two very different attitudes and mindsets, and how each of them find that camaraderie in one another despite those differences. Ping Pong the animation is a series that places the feeling of the story and individual scenes above all else, taking priority over any form of structure, in much the same way that the characters within the story have to take their passion for the sport. It even goes as far as not showing the points of the final match throughout that match, because that's not ever what was important to the characters or the series. Instead, that final match was the culmination of all the feelings that led to that point. The love of the game itself, not the specifics of the game. The driving themes behind it, paired with the breathtakingly experimental animation that bends reality to its whims, exaggerating expressions and movements while also using framing that feels like manga panels come to life on the screen, all form together to make a unique, raw experience that will undoubtedly make the top 100 greatest anime of all time list.